The more you understand about narcissism, the more power that it gives you. And so today we're going to talk about the dynamic, the codependent relationship between a narcissist and an empath. So codependency is this thing where you have two people that get together. One's a narcissist and one is an empath. And the relationship is such that there's certain aspects of the one person that they're missing. And the other person, those are their dominant features. So in this person, they're being suppressed. In this person, they're being expressed. And so that is the attraction point. And so this person also has things that they express that this person suppresses. So there's these things that, they kind of bring them together like this, right? There's in a lot of different ways, these people are exactly the same. But in these key areas, they're completely the opposite. And it is those opposites that actually attract them. And the reason for these opposites is because the subconscious mind sees those aspects in this other person. And they admire those aspects because the subconscious mind always wants to be whole. And that's the part of you that you're suppressing. And so when you see another person that's openly expressing that, doing what your subconscious wants you to do, then that's an attraction point for us, right? When if you're an empath and you see this narcissist up there on display, making a fool of themselves in public, well, that's attractive to you because you're too, laid back and you don't have fun. And your subconscious really wants you to have more fun. But instead what you do is you are attracted to this other person and you get this other person. And so these two people come together and they have these faults. And at first it's a love fest because, there's that missing part. And so you love that missing part. And after a while, it starts getting irritating to you. And so you start trying to fix those things the same way that you did. So you tried to suppress it in you. So now you try to suppress it in them, just like you did to you. Now, at the same time, they're looking at you and those things that they previously admired and were attracted in because of you, they're doing the same thing to those aspects of them. And maybe they like to put themselves down and they say mean things about themselves. And so now that you do that thing, they're going to say the same thing that they said to themselves when they suppressed it in them. And so after the honeymoon, that's why the marriages start to fall apart. And so if you get together with another person with these unhealed aspects of yourself, then when you come together after a while, you start to fix them and you end up trying to fix each other. And so it's a codependent relationship. They call it codependency, and it is for a reason. And so when you're in a codependent relationship that way, what happens is that you end up trying to strangle and kill each other all the time. I don't know how many friends that I've seen get into relationships like that where they're always constantly fighting like that. At first it's a love fest. They're a great fit with each other, but then, oh, wow. You just can't even be seen with them because it gets so bad. And so the narcissist and the empath, it's a two-way street. So if you think it's just you, that's a mistake because all perception is a projection too. So you don't know which one of you is the narcissist and which one's the empath. It's impossible when you're in the situation to know. Most people who are narcissists believe that they're an empath. So, how do you know? And so when you're in that situation, the best thing that you can do for yourself is to get the healing that you need and work on you. And the funny thing that happens when you work on yourself is that the other person automatically changes. It's like a chemical reaction. And you're one of the chemicals. And when you change you, then that chemical changes. And so you make a new reaction. And so now when you both come together, instead of doing that same dance that you had, you're going to get a different result. So hypnosis is a great way, a great tool for getting over narcissistic abuse and figuring out that you are good enough just as you are, and finding self-love, because that's the thing you guys have in common with the narcissist, is that you need love from outside of yourselves. And once you realize that it comes from within, then your life changes forever, and so does your relationship. So that's what I do. I do hypnosis, so go to jeffbroomfield.com, and you'll find there some links to get started, and you can book yourself a free strategy session, and we'll talk about whether or not hypnosis can start getting you the results that you want. So, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, have a good one.